that particular music, the creativity, the cultural identity, the sound, the melody, the traditional sounds that has been inculcated into that particular music. But before we get there, I mean, rapping being on the table of life, there being a developmental advocate. No, not advocate.
Activist?
It's activist. Not act. Not ACT. ART.
Yes.
Like, where did you get that one from?
Activist is two words brought together.
Yes.
Artist and activist. So an artist who is into activism is an activist.
Oh,
yes.
So you formed the word by yourself?
Oh, no.
Okay.
The word is
already there.
It's already
Okay.
there. But it is used for people who are artists, who are using their art for development. Exactly.
It said like five times.
No, more than
five
I won
times.
5 awards.
You won 5 awards.
Maybe
Okay.
12 or 13 nominations.
Wow. With Woso.
Yes, Woso and the album and then my main album with all my songs from it. Okay, so I cannot talk about 209 without saying that I'm a member of the defunct group Okyeame that emerged in 1997. We did about 4 studio albums, or is it 3? And then I've gone to, in 2000, I had gone to live in America for 3 years.
Yeah.
When I came back, then I started my solo career in 2004 and did 200 and something features and then recorded 2 albums. Yes, 2 albums before then. So I released the album my poetry, in 2008, my second solo album.
Yeah.
And the songs on it became so big that I won Artist of the Year in 2009.
Yeah.
So before then, I had also enrolled myself in school to try to know a bit more than what I had, because the knowledge that I had used from 97 to 207 was a kick. You know, so I wanted to find new knowledge to have a better understanding into what culture is. So I had gone to KNUST to study music, sociology, and Akan.
Wow.
You know, so with especially the knowledge in Akan and music, it opened my idea to my true identity. And I think that it is after I had found out who I was, that was when I started making music that was compelling enough to contact people at that level. Thank you. But there's something that I also like to say, that it was in that year that I set up the Kwame Foundation to deliver free hepatitis B screening and vaccination to 1,000 people every year up until now.
And you're still working on that?
And I'm still doing it, getting ready for the next year's, this year's one, which is coming on the 28th of July.
Okay, next month.
Yes, I'm collaborating with Noguchi and MDS Lancer Laboratory Kwame Foundation to do our 14th screening and activation to celebrate the World Hepatitis Day. Values, I would say it is love. Love for self, love for health, and then the love for Ghana. You know, so I think love for my culture, love my identity, confidence in the fact that it is in God's intelligence that I was born in this country and I have a role to play. Yeah. You know, so everything that I am doing is connected to this particular value. And I really believe that we can change Ghana. But I know it will not be just politicians doing it. It will be a culminating effect of media, storytellers like myself, parliamentarians, executive, teachers, doctors, all of us coming together to say that, hey guys, we have failed this, this old lady.
Yeah. Mother Ghana.
Yes, this Mother Ghana. I mean, she's now like 60 something. Right. Can we all go back to be honest with ourselves, to review why it has happened like that, and change, because everyone is looking for change, but no one is looking to change. So can we as storytellers use the music? Can you be honest about the conversations and shift the conversation from two political polar regions to development? Can we find a relationship between the art and education, the art and marriage, the art and politics, the art and development? Can we use these platforms. I believe, that's my belief.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always going back to development. I'm always going back to culture.
Yeah.
And I'm always going back to love. These are my values and beliefs. You know, everyone, and I say each one take one.
Right.
So if Kwame Eugene took education and Stone Boy took medicine, health advocacy, and I took this one, and that one took sanitation
Yeah.
and, you know, like
roads, infrastructure,
Samini and this beautiful gentleman, what's his name? The one that wants to be MP of Legon.
Oh, John Dumelo.
John Dumelo was taking on advocating for farming, for youth in farming. If everyone took on one and used the millions of people that are following us on social media to drive home, politicians will behave. You know, so that's what I think. I think that for me, whatever I'm doing, my concept is role modelism. I begin with myself. If it's beautiful and it's profitable, then I know that young people looking at me will follow and follow suit. Yeah. Wow. So I tell the story all the time. When I was growing up, I had dyslexia, so I couldn't read and write quite early. So they would beat me in school and beat me at home. I couldn't do my homework, things like that. And because of that, I wasn't very happy growing up. But when I started rapping, when my mother introduced me to poetry, and I started poems, and it became rap music, and the girls started liking me, and I started having a voice in the society. So rap music saved me and gave me a personality and gave me a voice. You know, so for me, it was my go-to. It was my hiding place. It was my go-to place whenever I wanted to be somebody. Whenever I wanted to identify as somebody, you know. So I didn't choose rap. It chose me, and it saved me. Why don't you guys sing like Okyeame and Amachi?
Right. But they were used to that at the time.
Exactly. No one wanted to record rap. I'm talking 92. So it was in 96. So next year, Hip Life will be 30. It was in 96 when Reggie Rockstone blew the roof, that people started paying attention, that some of us also had, because Reggie Rockstone had become successful, some of us also had financial investments to be able to do what we did. But if it wasn't for rap, I wasn't going to do anything. Yeah. Yes, I was just going to, because that is what I know, and that is what I am competitive in. The whole idea of coming together always ends in a breakup, whether it's a marriage or it's in a group, or all marriages will break up.
Oh, how?
Unless, of course, the partners are happy to die in an accident the same day. At least, even if they don't break up, one will die and leave the other. I mean, all relationships end in tears. All of them. I'm not saying because of that, don't go into a relationship, but know that it will end in tears. But I told you that we came back from the US in 2003 with Okyeame Kofi. We used to be a group. We had done our 4th studio album, and when we came back, the way that I wanted my career managed, when we became friends, we were 16, and now we are in our early 20s. I was 24, 25, or something like that, and I wanted to sound a certain way. I wanted to perform a certain way. I wanted to be seen a certain way. But I'm with a partner who thinks exactly the opposite of that, because he's also grown from a boy to a man, and he wants to do certain things. So this was the thing that broke us apart. It wasn't money. It wasn't girls. It was just, we had developed to a point that we had become two very different individuals. You know, so there was no other way than the motivation is really that I think that God in his wisdom didn't place me in Ghana as an artist and gave me millions of people to follow me, so that my art will ape the American. And so that I will wear Otto Fista, so that I will have women gyrating in my video and thinking that is what will sell. I think God put me here for a purpose, and that purpose is to be able to draw from my culture and my tradition, find a way to modernize it, to reintroduce it to God's children here, so that they don't lose their way.